5, moving right along. So Center 5 is going to talk about the anatomy and differences between humans and birds. And the biggest thing is, I guess the biggest thing that I noticed was the humans' vocal cords are in the top of our trachea, the top of our windpipe, and birds is at the bottom, deep in their chest. And also the other thing is the syrinx has 2 branches. So that's how they can produce the 2 different sounds. So I think I would cover the anatomy first, and then maybe some songs from this book or a website, and then the balloon thing, because they're all going to be crazy making noises with balloons. So we'll start with, we have labeled diagrams, all kinds of them, with the bird. This one gives a detailed picture of the actual syrinx. Anyone know how to say it? Syrinx? I don't know. Anyway, so it's actually this right here. It's not this whole thing. And the reason they can make so many different sounds, we humans use our mouth and our throat and our teeth and our palate, our tongue to talk. Birds use the muscles deep down in their chest that surround the syrinx, because they just have a beak and a tongue. They're not very complicated in the mouth. So anyway, so there's several of those. And then we have a comparison of the human. So you can see the larynx is at the top. So the birds would be down here. And then we have unlabeled ones, if you really want to get nuts with the kids. It says in the outline that we have blank sheets for each student to fill out. We didn't do that. We didn't think that they'd be all that crazy into that. So we just have laminated sheets. So you'll use the dry erase marker. Same for the human. Here's the answers, but again, there's the key if you want to go through that first. It says key. So anyway, the anatomy, that's just kind of the most interesting part of it, but there's a whole paragraph explaining the difference of humans and birds and how we make our sounds. And then I made up this one. I thought this was a kind of better but simpler diagram that shows everything. And then it says, while humans use only about 2% of the air that we inhale, birds use 100% of it to make their sounds, which I thought was an interesting factoid. And then birds may vocalize during both inhalation and exhalation. So that's kind of another interesting fact to bring. And then I highlighted and bolded a couple things that I thought was interesting in this diagram. So these are the other laminated. And then it also, the outline refers to this book here, and page 18 and 19, and I'm sure it's just the anatomy here. Do my homework. Oh, it's the same picture. Somebody was clever. Where is that one now? Oh, yes, wow. Good job. Okay, so that's the same thing. Take half of your table could look at that picture and half of the other picture. So the book that we have, I have gone through and put sticky notes on all the birds that are already referred to through the ELF unit. The robin's in here, the chickadee, the payway, and there's just a little button here to turn it on. Maybe I can show
Oh, and
you.
I bought that at Costco last year for like $19 or something.
I hope it survives.
Yes.
Okay,
If it doesn't,
oh, okay, so there's the numbers.
If it doesn't, email us.
And you cycle through, and it goes down. So let's say we want to listen to, well, one I did test it really. This one I did test. Let's see, here's the payway. Let's go down to 79. There we go. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. And you can push it as many times as you want. Maybe.
hopefully it's not already running out of batteries.
It might be. We'll make sure there's fresh batteries. Oh, that's a fly catcher part. But anyway, so there's all kinds of birds highlighted in here, and they've got great pictures to show them. No, stop. So you could talk about, the birds in detail if you want to, but it's a really cool book. Then the other thing,
Oh, there's a really funny thing. We had some people over for dinner one night, and we got out this book. I think we were sitting out on the deck or something, and one of the birds goes, "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you?" It was so funny.
That is clever. Okay, so then, so that's pretty much the anatomy, the physiology of the birds. The optional activity is the book and the website again. So you'll have to use the teacher's laptop or bring your own in. And if they bring in a laptop, do they have to have the teacher's password?
If you bring in your own laptop, when you log in, it's going to automatically, because you're on the wireless here at school, you're automatically just going to have to type in a guest user for Jeffco. You just type in your email address, print login or whatever, press login, and then you'll be able to get on anything that's not blocked from Jefferson County or whatever. Like you can't play YouTube videos and things like that, but the couple ones that we pulled up should be able to.
Yeah, I found the reason why the one didn't work. So,
Okay.
I do have a typo in here that's pretty major. The last paragraph on page 7 says the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. It should be www.allaboutbirds.org /guide/search, not .search. So that's up there. Do you want to pull that one?
Yeah. Say it again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
where?
the bottom website, www.allaboutbirds. Oh, I can point to it. Page 7. Right here. Allaboutbirds.org /guide/search, and I fixed it on it.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't find it.
That's why I couldn't find it. Oh, Amy, we'll switch us over. Oh, hang on. We can do it.
That's all right. Come on, come on.
Okay, so if you scroll down, Amy, it says most popular birds. So these are the most popular birds, and a lot of these are the ones that we're covering.
So, who has a suggestion? Anybody? Okay.
Okay, so then if you scroll down, it talks a little bit about the birds, and it should have 4 tabs, which I think I noted on here. Yep. It's a little slow. Close these little pop-ups, they're very annoying. Keep going down. And we have sound.
Okay. Oh, look, typical voice right there.
Yep, there you go.
And it shows where they live, all that kind of stuff.
Are these the same birds from Center One? The same sounds?
That's what I would do, yeah. I mean, these most popular birds are birds they should know from Colorado. But yeah, I highlighted or post-it note in the book anyway, Center One. And then and there's a sidebar here. Well, that's for the other website, but you could definitely search all these birds here, or a few of them. You know, you're gonna ask the kids what they want to hear and see if you can find it. On the first page, there was also where you could type in the name of each bird instead of going through the most popular birds. Will you go back to that?
I went back to the block after, sorry.
Okay. So there's a chickadee. I think you could probably search.
Okay, there we go.
We might as well hear it while we're here. Well, that's the TV sound.
Which one is that?
That's your chickadee. But it makes 2 sounds. One is chickadee dee dee.
That's a loud.
You go, like, the tabs that Carrie was talking about, it says sound, it'll like give you the mnemonic for the bird too. It
Oh,
says
okay.
it describes the-
Okay, okay.
So there's our search.
Yeah, there you can search the bird guide too for specific birds. So if you want to look at center, you know, you can flip back, bring your outline and flip back to center, what is it, 2? So that they kind of, those certain birds get plugged into their brain. Maybe that's good. And then there's another website called enature.com. So a paragraph above where I had that typo. And then on the right, I have a little black box that kind of tells you how to go through and find. So
So
you're
here's enature.com.
Go click on birds here.
This one. Oh, too bad we don't have a smart board right now.
Yes.
You could have just gone up there and done it.
Should have had. And then it'll have them broken down, hopefully. That's not really what I want. Did you go to birding/audio?
Yeah. I think so. But if you're gonna do these, maybe play around with it ahead of time, make sure you know. how
Yeah,
to
that's a really
navigate
good
sites and.
I think every
Oh, let's listen to the loon.
You don't want to scare the children. That reminds me of that's so funny. So again, because the balloons I think are going to cause them to be crazy, I would do this kind of stuff first and then talk about, then we have balloons in here and a balloon pump and rubber bands. and they can experiment and make different sounds with their balloons. So, yeah. And, you know, I don't know. So that's, I'll take that one home for my daughter. But I think you all know how to play with balloons pretty well, so I don't have to go into much explanation there. But, yeah, so Center 5 is pretty much all the anatomy and physiology. Any questions?
So do they take the balloons home with them?
If they aren't using the pump, I suppose they should.
Okay.
We don't really want them to be shared. So this, as well as the other centers, make sure and let us know if we're running low on supplies. Email any one of us and we'll hopefully get them filled up.
And I guess have a disclaimer talk with them about like, don't put these in your mouth and like stuff them down in there so you can choke on them, like all that kind of stuff.
Yes, safety first. So that's that. I guess we'll move on quickly to the conclusion. And the first thing I wrote up there was let us know if supplies are running low. We have the book When Egg Has Cost. Did we put that? Oh, that's in there. Let me get that.
Supplies in there too. Okay, so Center 4 is the outdoor center. Okay. All right, so in ELF, we always emphasize, unless it's on there, the same exact ones that are in round 1 cards and round 2 cards.
Okay, so Center 3 is Find Your Kind, and